was what I was told by a pilot was they would put mortars in ice blocks, and then they would put the ice blocks on top of the mortar, and then it would melt, and the mortar would go off, and they wouldn't be anywhere near it when the mortars would go off.
To prevent from counterstrike from
Yeah,
artillery.
from helicopters, you know. So because I was on a helicopter base, so I mean we had C-130s come in and they brought supplies and stuff like that, but mostly my base ran Apaches and Kiowas, which were like the smaller version of an Apache. It had, you know, missiles on it, and they could load Hellfire missiles and stuff like that. But yeah, I was attached to I was in the 117th Cavalry at Fort Bragg, where I was stationed, and uh, the 117th Cavalry was attached, had a motor pool attachment to it, which the motor pool was used to kept all the trucks running and stuff that fueled the helicopters and the fuel trucks. And I was attached to that motor pool unit for the night vision goggles, but we were attached to a helicopter unit which supported the infantry in the area in and around Jalalabad.
Which is why you mostly stayed on the fob as opposed to going out and do patrols. Which is why they put you on a lot of the security on the wall, because you're auxiliary personnel when you weren't fixing knots.
Yeah, well, the knot didn't face as much danger as, you know, the guys going outside the wall and sure, yeah. But I mean, they blew up our front gate, you know, one time. It killed 15 Afghan, like, locals, which were the security guys.
And your guys?
They injured 2 soldiers that were inside of the truck, but they went through medical and they came out fine.
That's good.
But yeah, then another time, it was a base that was about a mile away. They attacked that base with a VBET. They blew a hole in the wall, and they went inside the base, and it was like, you know, it was complete chaos, and like they were, you know, shooting at them and stuff like that. And yeah, I saw the video of that, and that was like pretty crazy. So.
And how long did you spend over there?
I spent 12 months. So I think I landed September 11, 2012.
So a whole year of consistently being shelled, people trying to test the gate, and, you know, the uncertainty of the people you're working with too.
Yeah.
You can't trust locals.
Yeah. I mean, you feel bad for them because it's like, you know, they're not all Afghans are bad, but like you're in their country, and you know they don't really want you there, and the terrorists would come in from Pakistan. They'd come over the border because it was only about 50 miles from the border,
right,
to Pakistan and Jalalabad. Sure, you know they'll pay some poor farmer boy $5 to shoot an American soldier, and then, you know, we kill that kid, and then he's, you know, his family is, you know, they're now terrorists, so we just convert them. So it's like, it really nobody was winning. So just
endless blood.
Yeah.
What was it like when you finally were leaving out of there when you got home?
I guess relief, you know. I still had a lot of stress, and it took me a long time to really get over it and like accept, you know, just like in the past 2 years, I got treatment for PTSD because it was very stressful, and I had a mental breakdown while I was there in Afghanistan, you know, and yeah, it's definitely like a lot of memories come flooding back. You know, that's why I just try not to think about it, and I try to avoid talking about it and stuff like that.